Salutations, comic book conversationalists. This is Comic Book Hangover at long last. With actually, this is going to be there's going to be a couple of videos that you're going to notice popping up on my YouTube channel because I realized that I haven't done a video since January, early February. I think early February was the last one I did. So I have all of February, or the rest of February, and all of what so far is the month of March. So I'm going to, instead of doing these on one video, I'm going to break them up into two videos. So we're going to start off with the books that I picked up in the last part of February, which is quite a bit. So we're just going to jump right into it. You may notice also as well, a bit of a different setup. We rearranged my son's room. Took 2 or 3 days and like 3 bags of garbage, a whole bag full of laundry. So we've got it under control. I'm hoping that he keeps it under control, but we rearranged the room so he gets the majority of it. I have a little slice of it here off to the side with my comic book stuff. Once I get it all fully set up, I will have I'll have a little video to show and some pictures or whatever to show exactly what I've done with my part of his room. And it's just temporary, as I've told him, so I want to be able to have him have his very own space, and eventually we'll find another place for my comic books and for my videos, and then he'll have the whole room all to himself, which is how it should be in all honesty. But we have posters. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to put all of the posters that I'm getting up anymore because some of these posters are a landscape instead of portrait. So the landscape ones, I don't really have a setup for them yet. I think somewhere I have these little things here that I got from my my old job. I think I have these that are longer, and I'll be able to do my landscape ones. And I picked up the Godzilla versus Marvel Universe, the Godzilla versus Fantastic Four poster, and it was landscape one. I want to put that up, so hopefully I can get that taken care of. But this is still sort of a work in progress back here. As the weeks go on, things will be changing. Of course, I've got Fantastic Four versus Galactus poster. It's an amazing poster. I absolutely love it, so I had to pick it up. And I don't really have a lot of... I have Fantastic Four posters because they're doing those facsimile edition posters, but I don't have anything really with Galactus and the Silver Surfer on it. So, but that said, I don't want this to be an extremely long video because I got another one to do after this. But let's go into the stack of books that I picked up the last, 3 weeks of February, starting with facsimiles, and they're all going to be mixed in throughout. So we've got Batman number 610, facsimile edition. There we go. I do need to read these. This is the Hush storyline. Marvel's reprinting the Hush storyline, sort of like how they did the Crisis on Infinite Earths, and Marvel reprinted the first full year of the Black Suit Spider-Man as a monthly series. It's a way to get more money. I understand that it's total cash grab, but it's a good way to get these books without having to pay the exorbitant prices for them. And I'm okay with it, because these are just generally, I never had a chance to read it before, so it's going to be my first chance to read this story, because I'm not really much of a DC reader. So there is that. From Marvel, Fantastic Four, speaking of which, this is issue 2. They're reprinting the first 12 issues of the Fantastic Four, probably because there's that movie coming out. So there is that one. Not a facsimile, One World Under Doom. I did pick this up. I tried reading it. I know it's getting a lot of praise, but this was one of the most boring books I've ever read. I couldn't even get through it. I don't even think I made it through the halfway mark. I don't think I made it to the staples, and I put it down. And I've not had any interest at all in picking it back up again. So I am out of the One World Under Doom. I just couldn't do it. Continuing, Transformers number 17. This series is still an amazing series. I'm still absolutely loving it. Really enjoying where it's going, and I'm really curious as to what's going to happen once Daniel Warren Johnson leaves the book. More facsimile editions from DC. Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 11. I am a couple of issues behind on this as far as reading it, so I'm going to be checking some of this out. Another Batman, number 611. They're really pumping these ones. I love this cover, though, but they're really pumping those ones out. Facsimile from Marvel, Uncanny X-Men number 132. With this one, you'll see they're going to be doing 133, 134. They're going to be doing the Dark Phoenix storyline. So that'll be that is currently being reprinted as a monthly book again. So, and it's kind of funny because my LCS and I we really have been noticing that. As far as I go, the bulk of what I buy from Marvel and DC are facsimile reprints. I don't buy any of the new stuff. I just buy all the classic stuff. and stuff that I missed, so I'm getting a chance to read it now. G.I. Joe #4, still a great series. I'm really enjoying this, really enjoying what they're doing with Cobra Commander. Godzilla Heist #1. This one here they're doing, as with every single comic book, there's variant covers. Now with this one here, the variant covers are these movie homages, which is something completely unique with and completely different with Godzilla. They don't really do a lot of homage covers with Godzilla. So for this series, I am only going to be getting the facsimile, not the facsimile, I'm sorry. I'm only going to be getting the movie homage variants. And I also got to mention this god-awful, hideous, disgusting, cringe-inducing, nightmare fuel IDW logo. Although it clearly just says ID, you actually have to look at it close enough to notice that there's a line through there, and that underneath that line is supposed to be the W. It's the stupidest logo in the history of logos. Whoever did that was clearly drunk or on acid or something, but it was just really, really dumb. This next one on the stack is another reprint. This is how it arrived at my LCS, but this is, I'll take it out for you guys, the Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters #1 foil cover, 70th anniversary for Godzilla reprint. So they put it in this thing here. There's even got the barcode on the back of it. They put it in there, so I'm assuming so that it doesn't get damaged. I haven't decided if I'm going to take the cover off of it or not. I might, just because that's kind of pointless and kind of dumb. It served its purpose, but since it's going to be in a bag and board, I don't really need it anymore. Sticking with Godzilla because he is the king, Godzilla vs. America began. I got Godzilla vs. Chicago. This is the cover that I picked up. And I'm going to try to open this curtain up a little bit here. Get some light because I feel like these covers are a little dark. Not only am I a big fan of Godzilla, but I love the Three Stooges. So we got Little Stooges. One Shot. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. But usually when they do stuff like this, it's just a reprint. Let's see. And yeah, looks like this is just a reprint of some classic Stooge stuff. This is great. Just more Stooge stuff for me. That's all I really care about. And the last book that I can say I picked up last month is Nightclub 2, #6, which I do need to finish reading this one. I love this series, and really curious as to how this goes. So, like I said, clearly I am way behind. I'm trying to get better lighting here. That might work better. I'm way behind on reading my comics. I also picked up a couple of trade paperbacks last month, starting with at my local Ollie's. First time in months that I'd been in there, they had this. This is the Death's Head Clone Wars. I did pick up the regular 4 or 5 issue miniseries. I think it was 4 issue miniseries. I picked that up. Enjoyed it for the most part. Who's it? Teenie Howard. Teenie Howard, I'd never read her stuff before. She does seem to have an understanding of the character Death's Head. The only problem is these other useless characters in here. And as I said, and I reread this after I got it, I was able to reread it, and I love this image on the back. I have that on a poster. The only problem really that I had with this was these characters from Young Avengers, this Wiccan and Changeling, and this Death's Head 5, or they call him V. The only point and the only purpose of those characters is to talk about how much they love each other. I don't care. That has nothing to do with the story. They added nothing to it. They were completely useless, completely pointless characters. The only thing that I know about them is that they're a couple, these Wiccan and Hulkling, and then Wiccan has the hots for this robot that looks like Death's Head from the future. That's it. That's all I know about them. They're pretty one-dimensional characters, but Death's Head was written fairly well. A few things I wish they'd have done different, but it was good to see that somebody had actually read some Death's Head comics and had an understanding for the character instead of going in cold. So that you could tell she looked into the character. The last 2 books that I want to talk about that I picked up, I ended up with quite a bit of credit left over somehow. So I was able to pick up a couple of epic collections. So I picked up She-Hulk, Breaking the Fourth Wall. I think this is volume 3. I love the Sensational She-Hulk, which this collects. This is Sensational She-Hulk number 1 through 12, which is a series I finally recently, within the last 5 years, completed the full 60-issue run for. There's also Ceremony number 1 and 2. It's a 2-issue prestige format graphic novel series that came out. I think it was from Epic Comics. I'm not sure. Never had a chance to read it. I think I might have it. I'm not sure. But I've got it in here now, so I want to check it out. And material from Solo Avengers 14, Marvel Comics Presents 18, and Marvel Fanfare 48. Now, I think this might even have the issue with Death's Head in it. I don't know. We'll find out when I read it. I think it's got Howard the Duck in it too. So I got that. And then the last graphic novel I picked up, well, trade paperback, Epic Collection, okay? This is the 5th volume in the Silver Surfer Epic Collection, The Return of Thanos. Back when Thanos actually held weight as far as like his power and his nihilism. Back when he was a great character before the movies came along and they watered him down and turned him into some sort of wacko environmentalist. But this was a great series. It's art by Ron Lim. It's just beautiful. It collects the Silver Surfer number 24 through to 38, which I do have, and Silver Surfer with the Enslavers, which I'm not sure I have. But I like these Epic collections. I wasn't too sure about them at first because I was really big on the Essentials. But the Essentials, they work for older books from like the 60s and 70s, because you had just unique art back in those days, and the black and white format for the Essentials really helped you appreciate the art. They also double really good as coloring books for kids. So I picked up a few extras here and there and let the kids color in them. But these here, I got turned on to these, and I do like them. I'm probably going to have as big of a collection of these as I have for my Essentials, which I think I have like 50 or 60 Essential volumes. Epic collections, maybe about 20. I don't know. A bunch of them are still in storage, which as an update, the probate process is still ongoing and still annoying. We still have a bunch of stuff in storage going on 3 years now, so it's been a long time since I've had my comics. We're not able to really do much with the house because of probate, but I'm doing what I can to kind of keep the city off my back, and make sure the taxes are paid, make sure the house. I bought a power washer, which I watch videos of people power washing, and it's a very satisfying thing to watch. Nowhere near as satisfying as actually having a power washer and watching your house and your sidewalk actually get as clean as it possibly could. It's just an awesome thing. But still got a bunch going on, which is one of the reasons why I haven't been doing these videos as often, but I'm hoping to be able to do them, hoping to get back on track. So that said, I'm going to wrap this one up because I got a bunch more videos to do. So between here and TikTok, there's going to be a bunch of new content all at once. I'm going to do a content dump, basically. And then hopefully starting with next week, which also is going to be busy. I'm getting knee surgery done this coming up Tuesday, and we are on spring break, so I may be able to do a video while I'm recovering from my knee surgery. And it's just basically I have a horizontal tear in the meniscus in my kneecap, or underneath my kneecap in that joint there. It's actually on both knees. So we're doing my right knee first, going to do my left knee later. And they're just going to go in there with a scope and some tools, and they're going to sort of scrape some of that excess off to kind of, get rid of that tear, which will hopefully help my knees hurt a lot less. But that said, next week I should be able to have a video. Hopefully I have something to talk about, and we can get these back on track as weekly haul videos like they're supposed to be. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. Feedback, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see everybody later with another weekly haul video. Have a good one.